Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how you can set up your capture card with your next gen console so you can get your stream audio and video through to Twitch or YouTube. I know it can be a little bit difficult trying to set things up for the first time. I know I had some trouble, so I'm going to give you the best settings and show you how to get everything set up so you can start streaming as quick as possible. There's a couple of things that you're going to need before we get into the setup. The first thing is a capture card, obviously, that we can use to capture our gameplay and audio. The second thing that we're going to need is a microphone / headset that we can use to listen to our gameplay as well as talk to our streaming friends. And the last thing that we're going to need is a webcam so you can record yourself playing. For the capture card, any capture card that has USB 3.0 or uses PCIe will work. If you don't already have a capture card, there's a couple that I recommend. The first one is the AverMedia Live Gamer Ultra. It's pretty affordable, and it has a 1440p 120Hz / 1080p 240Hz pass-through. Another card that's great is the Elgato 4K 60 Pro. The reason that I suggest these cards over the older ones is that the older ones don't support high refresh rate pass-through, so if you are looking at playing at 120 Hz at 1440p or 1080p on the new next-gen consoles, you won't be able to do that with something like an Elgato HD 60S or S Plus. If the high refresh rates don't really matter to you, that's fine. You can still use your old capture card. It's not going to make a difference in this particular setup that we're doing, but just keep in mind that if you are looking at playing at 120 Hz, it's not going to work with some of the older cards. The next thing that we're going to need for this setup is a headset / microphone, as I said before. So how the audio setup is going to work is that the audio is going to come through the capture card to your PC, so you're going to be able to hear your PC audio and capture card audio at the same time. So what this means for voice chat is that if you can use Discord, I highly recommend Discord. It makes things much easier to set up. But if you can't use Discord, don't worry. I have found a workaround to get party chat audio to come through the capture card. I'll put it later in the video. I'll have a timestamp. But basically, it'll just require you to have an extra USB microphone that you can use to talk to your party chat. And it has to be just a microphone. It can't be a headset, because if you plug a headset in, the audio is going to go to that headset and not the capture card, so your stream's not going to be able to hear the audio. The last physical item that we're going to need for this setup is a webcam. It can be a built-in webcam from your laptop if you're choosing to use a laptop. It can be a Logitech webcam that you get from Best Buy, or it can be like a high-res camera. It really doesn't matter, as long as it can be used to obviously record you. I just wanted to show you guys quickly how to set up the capture card cabling. So if you're using any USB capture card or PCIe capture card, it's going to be pretty much the same. So for this setup, we're only using 2 HDMI cables as well as the USB cable. If your capture card has an aux cable, you don't need to use that. So I would just recommend unplugging that. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to have the PlayStation HDMI come into the in port on the capture card, and then the out HDMI port on the capture card is going to go to your monitor or television, and then the USB port is going to go into any USB 3.0 port on your computer or laptop. If you don't have a USB capture card and using a PCIe one, then you just have to plug in the HDMI and that's it. Okay, so now we're on to the actual console setup. I'm using a PS5, but it's going to be basically the same for an Xbox. The settings just might be in a different spot. So we'll get into it. I'll get rid of this overlay so we can just see the console. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings. Then we're going to go to sound. We're going to want to make sure that the audio output is set to HDMI device TV. You're going to want to make sure that you don't have any headphones plugged into the PlayStation, either into the USB port or your controller, or it's going to just send the audio to there instead of your capture card. The second thing that we're going to do is we're going to go into System. We're going to go to HDMI, and we're going to turn off Enable HDCP. Basically, if you have this setting on, it's not going to allow you to record the console. Quick disclaimer, if you have HDCP turned off, you're not going to be able to watch Netflix or Disney Plus or anything like that, and you're also not going to be able to listen to Spotify on the console itself. So just keep that in mind when you have this turned off. For my streamers that want to use party chat, all you're gonna have to do is go to sound after plugging in your USB microphone, and then go to microphone, input device, and then just choose the USB microphone that you plugged in. Mine is just a Rock Band microphone, but make sure it's not on the controller, because if it is on the controller, then the audio is going to start coming through the controller instead of the HDMI port, so then Streamlabs is not going to be able to hear your stream anymore. So just make sure that it's not set to the controller when you're setting up your audio. Alright, so now we are on the Streamlabs portion of the setup. I think Streamlabs is just the easiest to use. You can use the built-in programs that come with the Elgato or the Aver Media capture cards, but Streamlabs is just overall better for everything because it pretty much just combines everything into one package. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create a scene. You just right click, or not right click, just hit add a new scene. You can title it PlayStation or Xbox, it doesn't matter. I just have mine named as tutorial just to differentiate it from the other ones. So these three sources aren't going to be there. I just have them here so you can see me and you can hear me. So basically the first thing that you're going to do is you are going to after installing all the drivers with your capture card, I'm going to assume that you already have that done. You're going to add a new source. You're going to add a video capture device, add source. It's going to show this for you. You're going to call it whatever you want, PlayStation video capture device. You're going to add the source. You're going to click device, and your capture card should show up here. Mine is the Live Gamer Ultra, so I'm going to click that. I do not want it to go to 4K, so I'm going to manually click 1080p, and then I want it to go 60 FPS. That's all you have to do for that, and then you hit done. It's then going to show up here. You can resize as you please. So now the next thing that we're going to do to get the audio through is we're going to add another source. We're going to add an audio input, and we're going to audio output, and we're going to I would lie, it is an audio input. So we're gonna add audio input, add source. You can call it whatever you want. Mine was already PlayStation audio, and then so I'm gonna add it. It's going to say device. You're going to choose HDMI, whatever your capture card is. So mine is HDMI Live Gamer Ultra Audio. So you're going to be able to click this, and then hit done. So now it's going to come to Streamlabs, but there is something you have to do in order for you to hear it yourself. You're going to have to go to Mixer, you're going to hit the settings, and then you're going to come to your audio, and you're going to click this and set it to monitor and output. So you're going to be able to hear it yourself, and your stream is also going to be able to hear it at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to get into the settings for Streamlabs itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down here to settings. We're going to go to video, and we're going to set this to 1920 by 1080. It just has a little no there for me because I am recording, so I can't change it at the moment. But we're also going to set this to 1920 by 1080p if you want to stream 1080p gameplay. If you want to stream 720p, just change this to it should be 1280 by 720, but keep the base canvas resolution the same for simplicity. Downscale filter, you're going to want to click it and then choose the bottom one. Encoding, I don't know how to say this, but whatever the bottom one is, it's the best sharpening, so it'll look good. And then the common FPS, just set it to 60. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the output, and under streaming, we're going to set this to advanced. Again, I can't touch anything because I am currently recording. But so what we're going to do is we're going to, for the encoder, if you have one of the newer NVIDIA cards, they're going to, so basically the 1650 Ti up is going to have the new encoder, which is really good. I highly recommend using it if you have it. If you don't have one of the newer cards, you can use the NVENC regular or use the X264 if you have a good processor. But keep in mind, if you're using X264, it can get a little bit taxing on your computer especially if you don't have a very good processor. So if you have a NVIDIA card, I would recommend using that. If you want to use X264, start at, there's going to be a preset. I would start at fast. You can go down lower to medium, or lowest I would go is medium. But you can put it down if you're experiencing good gameplay and your computer's not lagging. But anyways, I'm just going to show you the NVENC settings. So you're going to want to put your bitrate. I have it at 6000. If you're starting out, you don't have to put it 6000, especially if you don't have that great of internet. Your keyframe interval, so this is like the delay, you're just going to set it to 1. Profile, you're going to set it to high. Then we're also going to set look ahead on. We're going to put this on. It should already be on. GPU is going to be 0 because it's just a built-in graphics card. And then max B frames, we're going to set it to 4. There should also be a setting called, it should say like quality. You can set it to max quality. If you look down on the right here under mixer, you can see that I have multiple sources added. One for Discord, one for Spotify, and then one for my PlayStation audio and my microphone. It says PS4 because I used to have this set up for PS4 and I never really changed it. But basically, to do this, we're going to need to use a few applications. The first one is this. It's called, it's just loading, VoiceMeter Potato. So this is going to, make sure it's the potato one. This is going to basically split the audio apart so then you can individually tune everything. You can just download the zip here and then install. The second thing that we're going to need is the virtual audio cable. If you just want one input like Spotify or Discord, you can just download this free run right here. It's this package. But if you want more, if you want like your Spotify and Discord, or your Spotify, Discord, and YouTube videos and stuff like that, you're just going to have to get one of these additional cables. It comes with both AB or CD. I think it's only $5 US, which is pretty cheap, and it makes things really simple and easy. So I do recommend getting them. And so now I'll just bring you through the setup. So once you download the file for the virtual audio cable, that's what we'll be doing first. Just gonna open it up. You should see for you it should just say VB cable, but I'm just using the A. It's the exact same setup. You're going to extract all. Choose wherever you want. I'm just going to choose my desktop, and then we're going to extract it there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open the package, which should have been here. I don't know why it's still zip. We'll just extract that again. Yep, desktop. Okay, so now we're in this. You're just going to scroll down to where it says VB cable setup. You're going to right click and run as administrator. Then you'll just click on install, and then it should install the cable for you. I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed and it would probably mess things up. But yeah, just do that. And then now what we're going to do is I'm just going to show you how to do Discord first. So we're going to open Discord, assuming that you already have the VoiceMeter Potato. You just run it, install it, and then it should just open up and you should see this that I'll bring over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to first click A1. You're going to click on whatever headphones you have plugged into your computer and make sure it's set to MME. It just makes the audio sound a little bit nicer. For the second input, we're going to click MME, and then you're going to set it to this cable input here. Mine has 3 of them, so because I bought the other cables. And then if you want to add the other cables, then you just go to A3, A4, and then you add them here. So now what we're going to do is I have this just here called Discord, and I'm going to click on A1, so I'm going to be able to hear my Discord through my headphones. And then I'm also going to click A2 because that's what I have the input cable set to. And basically this is just going to allow it to output to this virtual cable that's now going to come into Streamlabs here. So we're going to go to Streamlabs, we're going to add a new source. It's going to be an audio output capture. You're going to add source. You're going to, I'm just going to hit this to make a new source. You can call it like Discord, whatever. You add the source, You click device, and then you come down here to where it says wherever your virtual audio cable is. So this is the one that you should be using. And then you're going to hit done, and then it's going to set up a cable for you. And now your stream is going to be able to hear your Discord. Now what you need to do to get the Discord audio to go through this virtual cable is you need to come to your Discord. You're going to open the settings here. You're going to go to voice and video. You're going to set your input device to whatever microphone you're using for Discord. And then your output device is going to be the name of, so this is the VEO 3, this is VoiceMeter VEO, this is aux. So I'm using Discord for VEO 3, so I'm going to click output, find the VEO 3 input, and then I'm going to click that, and then you should be able to now hear the Discord audio, and now your stream is also going to be able to hear the Discord audio at the same time. For some reason, after setting up VoiceMeter, the audio becomes staticky or like doesn't sound very good, just open VoiceMeter back up, go to menu, come down to system settings here, and then you're going to click on buffering MME. You're going to hit OK, and then you can change the sample size. So the higher you go in samples, the better the audio is going to sound, but also the greater delay. So if you're using Spotify or Discord, then that's fine, you can put it to the highest. The delay is going to be negligible, but if you're looking at also recording things on your computer, you're just going to want to have it set to 1024. So yeah, that should fix the static issue. Another thing that you should turn on is this run on Windows startup. Basically it'll just run this application every time you log in, and you're going to need this application open in order to hear Discord audio or Spotify audio or whatever you have coming through here, because that's how the audio is coming through your headset now. So yeah, that should fix the issue. If not, just send me a message and I can try to get it fixed for you. I'm just going to quickly show you how to add another input if you did buy those cables. So we'll take Spotify. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have your Spotify open. So yeah, just have that open, and then we're going to go into settings of your computer. Just type in volume, adjust volume. You're going to click on the change the device or app volume. It's going to bring you here. You're going to click on add volume and device preferences. You're going to scroll down to Spotify. If it doesn't show up, just start playing a song, and then it should start. And then what you're going to do, I'll just use title because it's already on. But so under Spotify, the output is the top one. So you're going to click default, and then you're going to set it to whatever input you are using. So I have it set to the VoiceMeter VEO regular. So I'm just going to click the VoiceMeter VEO. It should be VoiceMeter VEO, not the aux, just this one right here. And then it's going to start coming through the VoiceMeter, and then you're just going to do the same thing as before. You're going, as the Discord that I just showed you, you're going to come in here, create a new source, and then click the cable B. Okay, so that should wrap everything up for this tutorial. If you guys want me to make any tutorials in the future on how to set up stream alerts or stream banners, stuff like that, just let me know down in the comments. Everything should be working for your capture card and next gen console. This setup will even work on the current gen consoles if you want to do that instead. So yeah, hope everything goes good and start streaming. See you guys all next time.